Okay, welcome. I'm so sorry. It only took me like 3 minutes, right? Welcome to today's live stream of xTool Live Squad. And it's soon time for St. Patrick's Day. And well, that is what we're gonna have this stream all about. Not just today, also later in the week, I will come back with more fun projects to do, all to do with St. Patrick's Day. There's actually a lot more to it than the standard things that people first think about, but I will get to that somewhere later this week. For now, I actually thought maybe it would be nice to do something on glass. And I have not been at it for a little while, glass. So I think that's actually nice to freshen everything up. I've been busy a lot with metal and with wood and all the stuff, cork, even fabric. So yeah, my glasses started to feel a little bit lonely. So I thought, well, maybe this is a very nice starting point to pick that back up. Now, I created a shamrock because that is, of course, widely connected in imagery to St. Patrick's Day. I think a friend of mine came up with this one, and I thought it was so beautiful. It definitely deserves to be created. So let's get to this. I'm gonna copy this, and I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna open up xTool Studio, and then we click the little plus sign. And there we go, we have a nice field to work on. I will Control V to apply it here. Now, the thing with glass, what is important to know is that everything that you engrave will not turn black like it will be on wood. So it will actually turn white. That is why I made this clover on a black background, because then you can already see how it will look on the glass. So what we're first going to do, because now it's going to engrave everything around and the little twirlies inside. And of course, that's not how we want it. We do not want to have a square on our glass. So I'm going to go to Edit, and I'm going to say Adjust, and I will just say Invert. Now, this is already what we would like to have. I think I'm even gonna, now I wonder if this is tidy enough to actually maybe trace? Question mark? As per usual, I have not super prepared everything. I like to do this on the fly so everybody can see how it is as a creator, what comes with it. I don't want to put up too much of a show. I would like to just share with you a little bit, a little piece of real life. So I see that here is still a piece not taken. I'm gonna play around with these bars, with the sliders, and I will see which is gonna give me the best results. There we go. That is already there. And now this one gets there. Now I want to see, because this one didn't. Denoise a bit less? Yes. Now I think this is actually quite nice. It has a few pieces that don't come true, but I think this is still going to be very beautiful. So let's take this away. And we just turn it off. I will leave it on my page for now. It's not going to do anything. Now this one is my vector. So we can make it as big or as tiny as we want, which is great. And I'm going to say engrave. So this is what is going to be engraved. You see it's instantly tied to the box. So that is also really beautiful. Now, to engrave on glass, I'm gonna use my RA2 rotary, and I have it already right here. I was testing out if my glass wasn't too wide, because well, I like to engrave on a various amount of different glasses, and honestly I haven't tested this one, so we're gonna see what happens. As you can see, it is a very nice big whiskey glass, and I'm gonna show you guys how I put it on the rotary. So I'm gonna take my cam and I show you down here. So since this glass, it is tapered, so it goes inward a little bit. You see the sides are not straight, but it goes slightly inwards. So when I place it in the claws of my rotary, as you can see here, and I will then close it. Oh, other way around to close it. Normally I use actually my there is a tool that comes with it there, and I don't know if I can show it well. You will see it keeps sliding out slightly, ever so slightly, because it's tapered. So what I then use is there is a little tool with it, and you can slide it in here. You push it to the back. There's like a little spring in there, and then here is a little handle that I can turn, and then this one will keep it pushed in. It still has a little bit of play, so it's not gonna be under too much stress, so we will not have the glass breaking. And I'm gonna place this in the machine like this in a moment. Now what I want to use is if I want to engrave on this glass, we can't just do that like this. It's not a UV laser, it is not a CO2 laser, so if I would put my diode laser on this, it will engrave, well, maybe on this black area, but it will go right through my glass. So we will have to kind of prevent that from happening. Now I learned that my purple is very nice. These are liquid chalk markers. I'm gonna take it a bit. Now we're gonna see. Like I said, I haven't been at it for a little bit. Oh yeah, that still works. So I touched the glass, but I actually had it cleaned. Normally you would just first clean the glass. Well, I can actually do it anew. Let me grab my cloth. And we have here some isopropanol. And we're just gonna rub off because we do not want to have any fatty fingers on it. So we're just gonna wipe this off, turn it, make sure that it's nice and clean. There we go. I'm gonna show it, I have to show it the right way, right? There we go. So normally I would use like black tempera or even black acrylic works nice. But I was searching for some tools or some paints that can be washed off a little bit easier. And I found that for some quick projects, projects, that actually this liquid chalk is really nice to work with. So I'm just gonna color this. So the laser will have a focus point, because now it can't focus because the glass is transparent. So we're gonna give it a focus point. Now my shamrock is gonna be like yay big. So I'm gonna make sure I cover that. The only downside of using this is you have to make sure that everything is kind of evenly layered. So you don't have too thick parts of where the chalk is too thick. And with chalk, it dries really fast. I'm gonna go with this, so it's when you mess it up, you have to start over. Now I think I didn't mess it up. I will tell you something, and I will actually also show it. So what is really fun about working with glass engravings is that actually what you use to make it not go through the glass, so your medium that you put on the glass to create this focal point, actually alters how your laser reacts. I'm gonna show. Okay. So there is zinc spray. It's something that you only can do when you ventilate really well, because well, it's not too healthy if you're gonna breathe that in. But I think that is for most of the materials, aside of wood maybe. So if we look at this one, I don't think I have my black stock here. Maybe I do. Always have everything at hand somewhere. There we go. So I'm gonna use this to roll it up. Oh, you know, quite sturdy. There. And this glass is a little bit thick. Up. So when I show this, I need to make sure that I do not smudge this one. There we go. This is made with the zinc spray, and as you can see, there, you see that the coloration is quite gray. Whereas if I now put it in the other one, this is done with normal acryl. Oh, go on then. You see that the result is actually very white. Oh. So that already makes a really big difference. Now, the way you apply it also even matters. So if you now see my my whiskey glass, you see that I made like little stripes, right? You will see it. You will see it. At some point, I even went over to use paint airbrush, because that gives the most clean result actually. Now, I also have been trying to do it with a roller, and the fun part about the roller, and this is I discovered that by myself by accident, is that if you do that rather fast and your paint is not too thick, you can actually create a really nice effect and utilize it. And that is what I have with this one. You see that because it created those little bubbles, because of the using a roller, and then you can see that it actually created like a panther effect, which I think was really, really cool. I don't know what you guys think, but I thought that this was really, really awesome. So yeah, that's a little bit about the different mediums that you use to create this focal point. And how I try to utilize it. And maybe you guys have also some awesome ideas like, okay, if that's the case, then what about this or what about that? So let me see, because I can't actually see any chat. I don't see if you guys are talking to me. I'm sorry if you do. Let me see if I can swoop it over. Oh, there. Okay. It seems peaceful and quiet. Good. So as you guys can see, actually, that way. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That is so nice. That makes me very happy.
Cool just followed.
Thank you so much for the follow. That makes me really happy. So anyway, as you can see, we have from xTool, they provided us from the xTool squad streamers a code which you can use to get an extra £20 off on the official website. So if you want to start your own creative journey, or you already have some and you want to have more, which is contagious, then I would recommend to make use of it. So for now, my to get back to my shamrock whiskey glass that we're gonna make, I see that the chalk has dried fully. It is fully opaque, so there's no shine through. And let's see that we can do the engraving. So I'm gonna roll myself to the machine. Oops. And I will turn on the light for you guys, so you actually can see something. And then we're gonna place this one in. I'm gonna put the cable, and it is right in here. I don't know if it is visible for you guys, but here is the connector. Here it's a little flap, and that is where the connector goes in. It's gonna do that. As you can see, I emptied my my machine from all the debris that was in there from the last light. There we go. Very nice. Okay, I'm rolling back. So here I have the same glass. And now there's some things that we're gonna need to do different than when we are working on a flat surface. So normally you see me work on my honeycomb plate. Not today, because we now use the rotary tool. And that is the first thing that we're gonna change for today. So here we will say, use rotary attachment with the chuck. This with the claw, that is called the chuck. And there are actually nice little quick start videos, I can show it. If you click on that, you will go to the support.xtool.com, and there they have actually really nice it comes with music. I will turn it on, you can hear it. And there you can see what it does. So it has an extra explanation. In case I'm not going to explain it well enough, you can just go to the website and it is all there to help you out. So I think that is actually nice. Let's go back. Shall we put on some music actually for today? Let me see. I prepared some calm Celtic music to stay on topic. I hope it's gonna be nice. Need to know if it's not too loud. And it should not come through my mic. If it does, please alarm me. Anyway, let me see. Now, the thing what is important, we're gonna stick to unknown material because I don't think that it knows glass yet. Let me see, because, oh yeah, it does. Clear soda. This was not something that was on there before. Like I said, I have not been on the glass for a while, and this library has exploded with all convenient presets and people that have been testing everything. It is really amazing. Everything gets with the day easier. So let's say, is it 4mm? Nah, it's not 4mm. I think the 4mm is more like this one. This is very thick glass, but this is a little bit thinner. I think 3 or so, the lime glass. That is so magical. Let's go with this. It comes close, but it's not really this exact same, but same but different. Does this have already? It doesn't seem to have any presets here. Okay. Now I'm gonna use what I know. So for that I'm gonna have to go into my works. Let me grab a project that I did before, and we're gonna go to glass. Let's take multi-purpose ones. Let me see this one, the lichen protector. It's a glass that I really loved. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna go with 50% power and 30mm in speed on one pass. I know that this gave a really nice result, so I always just use it to refer back to my own works. Like, okay, this worked, I'm gonna try that again. So we're gonna go, what did I say? I have a good memory, trust me. 50. And this we're gonna make 30. With one pass. Now there is more. We're not there yet, because yeah, glasses are just a bit different. We need to also measure out what we have. So I'm gonna measure the diameter of this glass. I probably pronounce it all wrong. You can scold me for it later. This is 87, 88. can't see it anymore. $87.5. No. 87.5. Not sure if that does it. Seems to work. Okay. So yeah, my eyesight is going down a little bit. It's very frustrating. Anyways, now how big do we want to have it? I'm taking my. So I think I should leave a little bit of space between the top and the bottom. Also, the curvature will curve way more, so I want to put it on the most straight line actually. And I think it's gonna be like 4 centimeters. Yeah, I think 4 centimeters in height. The width doesn't really matter all that much because it can actually go full round. So we're gonna say the height is gonna be 4T, because it's in millimeters. Now we have the height, how high it is gonna be. Oops, we're gonna zoom in. And we're gonna now measure the distance. And we have been trying doing this before. It kind of works the same as when you do it normally on a flat area. So I'm gonna put the laser module above it with the crosshair above the point where the paint is, and then it will again drop the needle, and don't worry, it will not break your glass, it's gentle enough, and then it's gonna reset itself so it knows exactly the depth, so where the focal point is going to be. Oops. Sometimes when you move this a little bit, the needle will pop out. Yeah, show it. If you lift this tiny bit, then it will pop out and you only have to just push it back. So place it right above the middle. Now I also want to make sure, and I usually have some simple tools for that. My rotary tool is perfectly straight. Something in there that is perfectly straight, and I just push it against it. There. This one is on top, right in the middle. I hope that you can see it well enough. And then I'm gonna press the button, and you will see it will now down. Doesn't need to go very deep. And now here you will see 10.77. The height, the depth. So it's actually quite far up. So now I'm gonna zoom out and you will see that it's created a beautiful line here. This is the line of the rotary. Now if I put it like this, the rotary is gonna go, then it will put it like so. So it will be sideways. Instead of like so, it will engrave it like so. So that is not what we want. Now, I think if I say process, there. Here you will see how it goes. So the rotary has to be on the right side. I got that down. If you do put it on the left side, you have to remember that you have to invert all your writings and all things, because otherwise it's going to be mirrored. So I'm going to go back now, and I'm going to place, this is going to be the top side of the glass. No, that is wrong. This is the open side of the glass. So where we have the open side of the glass, that is also where it is gonna face towards the chuck, right? Because the chuck was holding the open side of the glass. So I'm gonna line that up with that and straight in the middle. Now I'm gonna show, I'm gonna move it around so you can see where it starts and where it ends. This is where it starts, so my clover, I don't want further than that, because that is where I have painted. Now I'm gonna go to the other side. And I'm only gonna go till there, because you will see that there's here the claws, and otherwise it might burn into the claws like I did there. And you'll see it is actually even still a tiny tad too big, so I'm just gonna gently nudge it down. This is really the far stretch how I want it. Oh. Now it is lined up, and now we can frame it. What framing does, it will show me where it is having everything, and that will also show me if I put everything up right, because if you made the wrong measurements, it is actually gonna mess that up. I'm actually gonna make this to 88 because it will go out a little bit, and I measured mainly the top, so it will go outwards just a tad, so I think 88 is gonna be slightly better. Let me see. I'm gonna go framing, and I'm gonna press the button, and then you will see it is gonna frame for me. And I hope that I set everything up properly. This is where the shamrock is gonna be engraved. I don't know if you saw that well. I will do it one more time, and I'm gonna zoom in so you can see it properly. Okay. Shall I put it a little bit more on top? So it's gonna go down, and then it makes the frame around it. That's why it's called framing, so you can actually see properly where it is actually gonna be. So I'm totally fine with that. So framing is completed, and I'm gonna go here to say process, and then it's gonna well, I'm first gonna close the lid. There. A bit of a glare. Let's say process. Now you will see I need to have it installed the proper way with the chuck to the right. So it is possible to do it the other way around, but then you have to know that it will spin the other way around, so everything will be inverted. I'm gonna say start. It will take 5 minutes and 10 seconds. I don't know if the music is loud enough for you guys or that it is nice. Let me know if there's anything up with it, then I can fix that. I'm gonna go and press the button now. Now you will see it starts to frame. This looks quite different. It also comes with a lot less smell to my taste, especially when I'm using the chalk. When you do it with acrylic paints, that smells a little bit more. So it really depends on what kind of medium that you use. I still want to try some other titanium dioxide, I believe it's called. Haven't gotten around. But that is also something that you can use to make really nice dark engravings. But I think I will first try that out on a tile. You can also, yes, you can engrave tiles. I have recently used a special laser sheet that you can then sticker over it, and then you engrave it, and then it kind of melts down with the glazing. I can show you. It's kind of still in the light of Valentine's Day, right? Here we go. This is the result. And it is actually really nice. It is really not, it's not a sticker, so you can't peel it off. So that is how nice it can engrave on glazed tiles. See, it's nice and shiny. Well, you can't get it off. It's really melted together. It's fused. Nicely going. It's sadly not too easy to see from a distance. The reason why I chose now to go with chalk marker is I can very easily just wipe it off and then I can show you the result. Especially if you want to have just a quick project, a quick make, this is very rewarding. It's very nice to do it like this. But it's a little bit over halfway, so we're nearly gonna be done. Let me see. I still have a poster. We can make a nice little poster with that. Let's see if we can do that. We still have like about 20 minutes. And maybe it's nice to have a beautiful poster. Now, this reminded me kind of when we are thinking about St. Patrick's Day. It kind of looks a little bit like a pot. This whiskey glass. So I thought maybe it's nice to come up with the guardian of the pot of gold, since the whiskey is kind of gold colored anyway. So I'm gonna make a nice leprechaun on it that is gonna guard our gold, our whiskey. Let's go minimize, and I don't know, maybe AI Make can help me out here. What do we want? We want a Celtic St. Patrick's Day leprechaun. I hope I write it correct. In black and white silhouette. Vector. Cute. I want to make him cute. He poses as a guardian. No attributes. Let us see. Meanwhile, I just heard that the glass is done, so ready. Pen is already on. And I will show you the result now from up close. Oops. This is how it looks from up close in the machine. Some fake out. See, unscrewing this. Zoom out a little bit. Oops. Help. So I'm gonna unscrew this. Oops, and I take it back. Release this one. Let's see. The results. Okay, so I'm taking it back to the other camera. And now I will show you how easy it is. You just take this and there we go. This is why I wanted to use the chalk, or specifically this stream. And now I'm gonna clean it after alcohol, so everything is spotless clean. Squeak, squeak, squeak. I don't think you guys can hear that, but it gives a nice little squeaky sound. So I think this is actually a really nice result. Okay, I'm first gonna show it. This. Now it's see-through, so that might be a little bit hard to see it in first place, and that is why I have my cardstock. How nice is that? I think the result came out pretty well. So now we have a nice Celtic themed glass, and now I want to make a coaster for it. So now I find this one. Yeah, do you guys like it? Make him a bit more silly and wary of any intruders that might take the pot of gold or in our face. Also whiskey away. Let's see how smart the AI is. I always enjoy to test out how smart AIs are. They're actually quite often way smarter than that we like to believe. Edit the existing vector leprechaun artwork to make his expression and posture slightly sillier and more wary of intruders, and indicate he is guarding a glass of whiskey instead of a pot of gold. Deliver the updated scalable vector file. It's kind of like it's instructing himself. It's really funny to see. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this one. It's kind of funny. Oops. And we're gonna turn off the ramshack. Now we're gonna say, okay, now we're gonna go on the base plates. This one we can turn off. And just move it away. And this one is not gonna have to be very big because I think this is only 10 centimeters. Less even. 9.5. So it has to be smaller than 9.5. So what I will do, I'm gonna make a circle that I'll purposely make 9.5. So I kept shift pressed in while I drag it out, so it is gonna be not an oval but a perfect round, perfect circle. Let me put the lid back on. And we're gonna say 95 millimeters. There we go. This is where he needs to fit in, so let's just make him small. I'm gonna put this there for now. And I'm gonna make a text on it. Let's go with Chelsea Market. I think it's nice. Let's say engrave, and I'm gonna charge her. All I will see. Oh, we see. No, wait. Oh no, I pressed buttons. You will all see. There we go. Why did I do that? You will all see. And I'm gonna curve this. You will see. And then I copy and paste it. No whiskey will be taken from me. There, we're gonna turn it around. Not really perfect round, right? I'm gonna make it slightly smaller. And turn it. You always have to play around a little bit with it, otherwise. It's of course also a matter of taste. So let's go with 20. We'll make it a little bit less curved. Oopsie. Okay, tiny tad smaller. It tries to snap two things, so I'm just gonna do this by hand. And it needs to be slightly less. What do you think? Is this proper English? I'm not sure. If you have any remarks on it, then please just let me know. Then I can still fix it before I engrave it on my cork. Is it too... I always like to have it properly. I'm not nitpicky, okay? I'm not nitpicky. You will see, no whiskey will be taken from me. Now let's place this one in. I'm first gonna put my honeycomb back in, so you guys will see me in the machine. So we're gonna push this back. I'm gonna take out the rotary roller. My little helping tool. We're gonna place back in. There we go. Now we will have my toaster. Right there. And then I have a nice little tool somewhere here. Or haven't I? Oh yeah. See the middle. I'm gonna measure out the middle through this. I take them right on the spot. Do I have any empty spots? I think here. This way it won't get blown away. Now, just to be 100% sure, because now this is the middle, and I'm gonna move this into the middle, and I'm just gonna make, we're first gonna measure the distance. That is, of course, most important. I'm not sure about my text, if that is a nice text. Let me quickly. I make a to guard my whiskey glass. I thought of the text. You will all see. No whiskey will be taken. Is this text? Is this text correct, or can it be made better? It may gladly sound old style better. Okay. Now, meanwhile, while that one is gonna run. I'm just gonna showcase the circle. Normally I would prefer the polygon, but the circle is also a nice tool. So I'm gonna say start marking, and what I will have to do is I have to put 3 dots on random locations. It doesn't matter where. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm going inside the machine again, and I'm gonna move this to 1 point to the edge, a random second point on the edge, and a third point on the edge. I just place it back in the middle. I will say end marking. Now you see, it was pretty much in the middle already. Just according to this, not 100%. It also says that it's slightly smaller. There we go. Yeah, okay. So this one can be turned off because I do not want to create that circle. So this one is now, as you can see, it's ignored, so it will only do these. Okay, it is no whiskey shall be taken from me. And then he comes with everything. Okay, it says yeah. 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 Yay. Oh, I actually like this one a lot more. I don't always need to be the funniest. Keep your hands away. This whiskey's mine today. I can actually make it then a little bit bigger. We need to curl it up a little bit more. Oops. And now we curl it. This is this little rainbow sign that you see there. I hope you can see it properly. You would just put it in. Oops. Now this one can be slightly smaller. A little bit wider. Keep your hands away. That sounds actually so funny. I love that. I love languages. They carry so so much expression in it by itself already. Here a little bit smaller, making it wider. And then we just lay it out like so. Oopsie. I think that also fits his face, how he looks. I think this matches it. I don't know what you guys think, but I think this is funny. So let's go, and I will say framing so we can see if I angle the camera. Go with framing. So it now takes the outer square of my frame complete. And now one thing we still need to do is very important. We're going to need to put it into cork. We say apply. Now the last time it was not really all that dark. So I'm just going to go with, well, I think we actually went for like 20 power. 25 maybe even. So let's just get to it. Was it that? This one is ignored. I'm double checking here. Maybe make it a tad faster. 224. Now it also shows that it's not in the middle there anymore. That makes me question this. So I'm gonna redo this. Because I want to be 100% sure that it is gonna be in there, of course. So let me quickly do that. One there. One there. And one there. And the marking, and we say done. Okay, now this seems more, because it said that the crosshair was entirely somewhere else than where it needed to be. I'm still wondering why it's... Okay. It's going to be slightly smaller, otherwise it won't fit. Oh, no. There. Select all, making it smaller. And we're gonna line it up. You see those blue lines appear when you're in the middle. We're gonna say process. 5 minutes. Let's go. I hear that my music has stopped, so let's just give it another spin. For the last minutes. Always gives a bit of a stronger smell. I don't mind it. I'm actually wondering if it is going to be in the middle. I had this once before where the software did not really see where it was. Then I had to restart the machine. So I hope it is lined up properly. I did everything right. I did it even double. So yeah, sometimes it can happen. But let's hope that it was just correct. I think we chose a really nice setting. It has a very nice deep engraving. Or not deep but dark, I try to say. I think it's gonna look really cool. The only thing I worry about currently is that it is lined up. That's my other glass away. guys once more the result of the also what is nice to know as a technique when you are engraving on glass. So this gives now quite a wide result, and this was with the chalk markers. Now there is also a way to make it like milk glass. I have done this. Here, for example, we have a nice octopus, and I'll show it with and without the cardboard. Do you see it? Well, you don't see so much at first because it is actually milk glass. So what I did is I did a double pass. So first it kind of breaks off the glass, it scatters it, and then it kind of made it loose. So here you can see it again, how it's just like it turned into matte glass, milk glass. See? So the way you do that is you do the first pass, and then on the second, after the second pass, you have like a very sharp knife. I use like these scalpels, and then you very carefully, and you have to make sure that you wear safety glasses, of course, because those splinters, they will fly everywhere. But then you can very carefully scrape off the top layer of the glass, and that is how you end up with a nice milk glass or matte glass, so to say. Let's take a look. Yeah, I knew it. It is off-center. It's off-center, so it's gonna not be nice centered. Luckily I have plenty of these, so the next one will definitely go better. I shall make one for the next stream so that you can see the nice the result when it is nicely lined up. Sometimes it happens when you have a little fight with the program. It still fits on it though, so it's finished. Now what I kind of consider doing, where is that? I now feel a little bit bullied. If it is still taking this line up, and this is just going to cut it 100% power, and it's going to go with 7 speed, and we're going to take this and we turn it off. It's going to have a bit of a tinier one. It's gonna take 50 seconds. Please bear with me. Let me start. You don't see the button now because I made a new layout. So sorry for that, but there's a start button below there. I think this works. Now I will need to let that extractor do its work a little bit, because it smells like back in the days you had those big bonfires after Christmas trees, after the Christmas. It kind of gives it the same type of smell. It's not like, yeah, like special wood smell. Lovely. Now let's see if this was a good idea or a bad idea. That's a nice black marking though. Now it actually has a black outside. It's kind of funny. There we go. Now it is still round. And I smudged it. And there again we see sometimes you just have to improvise, so my poster didn't get lost. I just needed to make it a tiny touch smaller, so it became this one, just a tiny touch less large. So yeah, with that said, I'm gonna put this one in here. There we go. And that's it for today. It was wild. It was fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed it. For me, it's always a joyride. I never know which way I'm gonna go, and I hope you guys enjoy that too. If you have any ideas, please always just contact me. I will always like to listen to what you have in mind, because I think so many people have so many crazy ideas and they never come out. So please always just, if you have ideas, just let me know and then we're gonna work. So with that said, thank you for today. I'll be back here in 2 days, so on Thursday, for some more St. Patrick's Day streams. So see you then. Bye bye.